Gentlemen, welcome back to the Tiege Hanley Starting a Business, Building a Brand vlog. This one, big number, 267. Why is it so big? Because it is the final vlog of the year 2020. And thank God that bitch is over, or almost over. Wow, right? What a horrible year. But anyway, that's not what this vlog is about. This vlog is about you and your business questions. And so before I even get into this, I just want you to know, if you have a business question, down below, start it with business question and then ask your question. And then next week, I'm going to get to some of your business questions in the new year, hopefully, if you have them. The reason we started doing this vlog, so many years ago, 267 weeks ago, honestly, because that's how many it's been, we did this just to help you along in your entrepreneurial journey. And I thought when I decided, or I proposed to Rob and Kelly, hey, what would you think about, actually me vlogging the process of starting this business and building the brand, Tiege Hanley? They were a little bit reluctant at first. It's like, are you going to be divulging too much? Is it, going to be telling people about the secret sauce? And ultimately, we decided that, yeah, you know what, let's just pull the curtain back and invite you guys in. The whole premise behind this vlog was to help you aspiring entrepreneurs or people that are already on the entrepreneurial journey. We wanted to be a benefit and a resource to you, for you to come and sort of learn as we learn, because we have screwed a bunch of stuff up over the course of the past 4 years, but we've also done some things right. Apparently we did, because we just shipped our 1 millionth box. And if you guys missed that video that we posted this week, I'm going to link to it down below. It's just a little thank you to you guys. It's a quick little video just talking about, the 1 millionth box shipped of Tiege Hanley. But today, what I want to talk about is something that I can't get out of my brain. And it is the idea that, what if there's a way for me to help some of you start your business, right? The hardest part for a lot of entrepreneurs is funding, right? Being able to secure funding for their idea. And so I've been thinking, like, my wife yelled at me the other day. She's like, all right, now that this church salon project is finished, you gotta not do any projects, because literally I have been like project after project after project after project for the past, honestly, big projects, 3 years. I built a house, and then I, bought a house and renovated one for my mom, and then I did this church, and then there's a bunch of big projects that I've been doing and biting off, not to mention starting businesses and running other businesses. And so she's like, yo, you gotta chill out. And I'm like, all right, good. I'm chilled out. I am not doing any projects personally in 2021. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to save a little bit of money. I'm just going to sort of work and manage my businesses. But then I was like, wait a second. I can't get this idea out of my head. When I did that interview with Kevin O'Leary, one of the things I asked him, I don't know if it made the video, but I said, hey, how do I get on Shark Tank, right? How do I become a shark? I want to be a shark. I have a little bit of extra money that, I would enjoy and love being a part of somebody else's journey and story. And so what I think I'm going to try and do this year, sooner rather than later, is figure out some way to do just that. Invest in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't know how many businesses of yours. So I am in super early stages of thinking this through and figuring out what I can do, what I can't do. But at the last Menfluential conference, we did this little thing where we did a mock like Shark Tank, where people submitted applications to come up and pitch the sharks. The sharks were me, Kelly, and Eric Banholtz. And so people would come up, they'd do the pitch, and then we would basically act as sharks and ask them hard questions. They were all looking for specific amounts of money in order to help them grow their business or get to that next level. And my thinking back then was that this would be a great opportunity at the conference to sort of pitch it and talk about what they're looking for, because there are 400, 500 people that are in attendance. Some of them have money, some of them are entrepreneurs, some of them are people that like the idea of entrepreneurship and have extra money and I might be able to connect people and actually help people become, better, more successful entrepreneurs and help them grow their business. And it was really fun. I have no idea if anybody ended up funding a business, but there was 1 out of the 3 pitches that I really liked. I thought it was a pretty good idea. Now, it wasn't good enough, honestly, because there were some big things that the dude wasn't thinking about, and and there were some inconsistencies when we actually started asking specific questions. But I love that format, and I think that I would like to do something similar for you and possibly my AlphaM audience. Like I said, I haven't flushed out the idea or the details, but what I'm thinking, just so that you can start thinking about it, is that I want you to create a pitch that you're going to videotape. And if you're like, yo, I don't want to videotape, you know what, whatever. You got to be uncomfortable. Sometimes as an entrepreneur, you got to do things that you might not want to do. I want to see your pitch. I want to see your passion. I want to look you like in the eye. And I want to hear about your business. I want to hear what you're looking for in terms of how much money you're looking to raise. I want to know how much equity I'm going to get for that money. Because my idea is that, I'm kind of acting as some type of like angel investor for some of you guys, where I am going to have some equity for for investing in this potential business. And so the idea is that you are going to pitch, you're going to send me a video, I'm going to watch it, and if I'm interested, I'm going to ask more questions, and I'm going to ask for maybe something a little bit better in terms of, details, in terms of, a plan. If you already have a business, that would be honestly a little bit more ideal, because the idea, and my idea, is that we are using sort of my capital in order to help you get to that next level. Now, some of you, if you're just starting, that's fine, but I'm going to need to see a roadmap of how you're planning on doing whatever you're doing, how we are going to make money, honestly, because at the end of the day, this is about making money. I'm not just tossing you money, being like, good luck, I'm here, good job, like go for it. I want to know why this money is going to help you make more money, in turn also possibly help make me money. I have no idea. I am just, like I said, beginning stages of sort of thinking this through. But if you are an entrepreneur and you're thinking, hey, you know what? I need a little bit of help in terms of I got the idea, I got the plan, I got the product, I got whatever it is. I just don't have funding right now. I'm thinking that this might be an opportunity for me to help fund some of your businesses. In terms of money, how much money you are needing in order to raise, if you are looking to start a car company, I'm not going to be able to help you, right? I would say that the max amount of money that I would be interested or able to invest in a business potentially is up to $100,000. That is what I, in my mind, can like wrap my brain around. Now, if you need less, like my idea is that, okay, maybe it's, 5 businesses for $20,000 each, 1 business for 100, 4 businesses for 25. It really boils down and depends on what I see from you guys. But like I said, don't send any email, don't send any message or don't send anything yet. Start thinking, start planning, because this is something that I do want to try to do this year. I just think it'd be fun. I think it would be, just it would be exciting, right? It would be exciting for some of you to have an opportunity to actually get your business off the ground. And I've been successful, and I'm very fortunate. I have everything I need right now, and I'm not planning on doing anything big or crazy that requires like a ton of money. And so one way that I feel I could diversify and also do something kind of cool and exciting, because I am an entrepreneur at my core, is possibly help you grow your business and be part of your story and your journey. And so don't send anything now. Don't send me a videotape or anything like that, but just start thinking in terms of a pitch, in terms of getting things on paper. If you already have a business, if you are actually going and seeking an investor, start putting it down. Start watching Shark Tank, because Shark Tank is an amazing show that really has a lot of incredible points, a lot of really smart people, and the questions that they're asking, or that the sharks ask, that a lot of people get like hung up and stumped. Like I'm not just like, and here's the thing, I'm not just gonna be like, here's $20,000 if you aren't like sharp as hell and you've got everything sort of, and you can answer my questions. Because if you can't, why the hell would I risk it? You got to be prepared. You've got to be ready to answer the hard questions. And if you're not ready for it, that's fine. Maybe I'll do this in the future, like later, maybe a second round, but I just wanted to let you know what I've been thinking. I can't get out of my head, and it's something that I think I want to do in 2021 is help some of you grow and succeed as an entrepreneur. So if you guys like this idea, down below, let me know, like, how many of you would actually be interested in submitting your business that you currently have, or one that you are really close to starting, or just needs a little bit of extra money to take it to that next level. Guys, down below, let me know, because this is a work in progress, and it's something that, like I said, I have not even started to flush out the details or how it would work, but it's something that I think would be really neat to do. And since I can't do things like the AlphaM project and some of this other like content, I just think, how would I like to spend, my money? And honestly, when I think about it, I obviously want to save enough for me, but I have a little extra that I might be able to help some of you guys reach and achieve your dreams. And I hope to be part of some of your journeys and some of your stories. And that would be, honestly, that would be awesome. Not to mention make a little money in the process. Because remember, it's about making money, gentlemen. I'm a capitalist. I'm not just giving you this to be like, oh, cool. Like, hey, nice butterfly tattoo business. No. Unless that's a huge market that I just don't know of. Anyway, gentlemen, there are a few business questions from the last vlog. And for the record, thank you so much for all the amazing support on the church, the salon. It's week number 3, and the salon is killing it. Killing it with the amount of stylists that we have. We have like 6 stylists, a few more just started, and so it's a-okay, and I am definitely going to be talking to you a little bit more about sort of the financials in terms of how much it costs for me to do that. And what does it look like? How am I going to make my money back? And how long it's going to take and all that good stuff. I will talk about that a little bit more once I know. I'm still working through all of the details with my contractor who helped renovate the space to figure out exactly how much that thing cost. I don't know 100% right now, but I will soon, and I will definitely share. Something I would like to also share with you is your amazing business questions. The first business question, this is awesome. This is not just a business, this is a life question from Johan M. He says, hi Aaron, how do you deal with assholes in the business world? With how long you've been an entrepreneur, I guess you encountered a few of them already. Cheers, man. Yes, I have. I have dealt with quite a few a-holes in my time, and you are going to deal with them. You're going to probably deal with some tomorrow. I don't really know how do you deal with an a-hole, right? I think it really comes down and boils down to it's a case-by-case basis. It depends on why they're an a-hole, what they're doing, and why you are disliking them. Now, one thing I'll tell you is if they're working for you or you work for them, that is a bad situation, bad scene. You need to run and get away from them as soon as possible because they are going to affect your mood, your attitude, and your entire life. All right, get away from toxic people. In terms of a-holes in business, you've got a choice. Whether or not you deal with them, you use their service, you hire them, or you don't. There are a lot of people out there that I don't work with or that we have ceased to work with or have cut ties with because of that reason. They are a-holes, The idea, though, you got to identify them. Some people are a-holes and you've got to deal with them because they might provide a service or a business or you've got to buy, whatever they're selling because they're the only option. And so that is a bad situation or scene. But from my experience, it really... My grandfather used to say, my grandfather's a very smart man. There are 2 things that he used to say, three things that I'm gonna give you some wisdom right now from my pop-up. One thing he used to say is, Aaron, an education is never too heavy to carry out of a ditch. That was something that, because the way that my grandfather and I sort of developed our relationship over the years, he started having issues. He had cancer, and so I would go over on the weekends and I would help him work, right? Maybe it was, cleaning out the chicken coop or planting vegetables or carrying things. His body was getting old and a little bit fragile, and so I would work for him, and he would sit there and we would just talk and BS while I did that. That was the one thing that he said to me. He said, you know what, Aaron? An education is never too heavy to carry out of a ditch. The other thing he said to me is, you've got to choose. Do you feed your ego or your family? Meaning, are you going to be so prideful that you are going to do something, and just to make a point and this is kind of the point I was talking about with the video that I did talking about like politics and, the presidency. How passionate are you about talking about your stance when you know that 50% of the people are not going to agree with you? When you have a disagreement, how do you handle it? What do you do? Do you stand up for what you believe and then you're going to, and that's it and no more, or are you going to suck it up because there's something greater at stake? And that is what that quote means to me. You either feed your ego, make yourself feel like the man and you did it and good job, or you feed your family. Me, I choose to feed my family. Now, that being said, sometimes you got to deal with a-holes. But he also said, Aaron, I can get along with anybody I want to get along with. I can get along with anybody that I want to get along with. And I think that's really the takeaway and how I'd like to wrap this question up. You've got to decide, is this person just an a-hole just to be an a-hole? Some of them are, or is there some way that you can sort of approach them or deal with them that is going to take the edge off a little bit, polish them down like they're a sharp, like jagged rock, right? You gotta be the rag that that is the worst analogy ever, but you see what I'm saying? Is there a way for you to deal with them if you need to deal with them in order to make everybody happy and just realize that you are feeding your family? But great question. This next business question is awesome with a capital awesome. All right, it's from our friend Rigel Kent Abraham. He says, my business question is, should I prioritize my business first before traveling and doing or buying unnecessary stuff? I ask this question because my relative is always doing new business and it always tends to fail because he never focuses on the business and they always want to travel. Because of their lack of attention of the business, that's why they always fail. So, in a nutshell, the gist of this question is, should he focus right now on his business or should he travel, see the world, do all the other things that he wants to do? And you are the only one, honestly, that can answer that. If getting started on your entrepreneurial journey is a priority to you, you should start right now. The traveling and all that, I think it's not like an all or nothing thing. It's not a zero-sum game, right? You can work on your business, you can do the things that you want to do, and also still travel and live a little bit. But if that means that you're not going to buy your expensive watch now, or you're going to put off extravagant vacations because you need to invest that money into your business, for me, it's an easy choice, right? I'm going to invest my time, my money, my energy in my business because I know that if I put in the time, put in the effort now, later, right? What is that? Delayed gratification. I'm going to do without now so that long term, I'm more successful. Long term, my business is huge. Long term, I can do whatever I want because I got FU money. For me, that's attractive, right? That's what I would do. But I'm not you. I'm not your family member who obviously, is not, focusing. But that being said, I'm not sure that's the reason why his businesses are failing. Is it a lack of attention or is it a lack of effort? I'm not sure. I don't think you can answer that. The person may not be able to, but it's about where you focus your attention and your effort. It doesn't mean that you have to work all the time. It doesn't mean that you got to just grind and no fun anytime. That's not what it means. I know that there are a lot of people online that, it's like taking a little bit of time off for yourself to recharge, for your brain to kind of just unwind. You almost feel bad about it. At least I do, because you hear and you see all these other online hustlers talking about, grinding and working and I'm never taking off, and you can't do that, right? It's not healthy. It's also not productive. You got to be able to unwind and take some time off and just let your brain unwind. And that's the reason why I exercise every day, twice a day. I need it for my brain. It's my time during my day that I actually take off. But for me, my hobby is business. My hobby is starting businesses. I am an entrepreneur through and through. And, so that's what gets me excited. But if travel and all that is really a priority to you, and you can get a job, a 9-to-5 job, or work for somebody else that's going to afford you the ability to live a comfortable life and do what you want to do, that might be the right path for you. If you're an entrepreneur, though, there's only one choice. And that, my friends, is where I'm going to wrap up the Tiege Hanley Starting a Business, Building a Brand vlog 2020. Now, the one thing I can tell you for sure is that 2021 for Tiege Hanley is going to look very different than it did in 2020. We have some really big projects, really big initiatives, really exciting technology things that we are working on, not to mention products and development of new products and just a lot of things are coming in order to grow our business and take it to that next level. And so 2021 is going to be full of updates, full of trials and tribulations, but hopefully it is also still full of you and your encouragement and your love of the products and what we do. Because honestly, without you, this never happens. Gentlemen, I just want to, from the bottom of my, Rob, Kelly, and the chemist and the entire Tiege Hanley team, wish you an incredibly happy, safe new year and a much better 2021. Guys, you are amazing. We love you. We think you're incredible. And as always, we love you more than our double monkstrap shoes. Guys, stay safe. Be careful. We love you.